Welcome, everyone. My name is Amy Burns, and it's great to have you here. You're here at MusicFirst Elementary, your pedagogy, our platform, integrating Orff and Kodály with MusicFirst Elementary with Eric Young and myself, Amy Burns. It's great to have you here tonight. I hope you're ready to get started. I know you probably taught all day, just like Eric and I have, but we are here to just show you so many exciting things. So I'm going to jump right in, and I see Eric up. So let's introduce, Eric disappeared. I wasn't sure. Let's introduce ourselves first, Eric, and then I'll jump right in. So my name is Amy Burns. I have been teaching elementary music now for about 30 years. I cannot even believe that number. I teach over at Bar Hills Country Day School, and I'll show you more of what I do in a moment. And I also I'm so happy to have Eric join me tonight. Eric, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Eric Young. I live in Blacksburg, Virginia. I teach at Price's Fork Elementary. I am 21 years into my teaching career. So really happy to be here tonight sharing Orff-Schulwerk with you all.
Awesome. Eric's going to go into the background, and he's going to come back later because I'm going to start the webinar with the Kodály portion, and then Eric's going to come back with the Orff-Schulwerk portion. So again, we're thrilled to have you here, and we're talking about MusicFirst Elementary. And if most of the people here probably have seen it, have used it, but if you haven't, let me just give you just a brief overview again of what MusicFirst Elementary is. So MusicFirst Elementary is a complete curriculum of kindergarten through 5th grade with 36 lessons, song-based lessons in each grade level. The songs are the center and the heart of the activities, but there's so much in this curriculum that it is not only sequential, it's wonderfully flexible. When you deep dive into MusicFirst Elementary, you'll see a great scope and sequence. And there are so much documentation that will help you do a curriculum map, will help you assess, and it will help you lesson plan and everything that you need in your classroom, whether it's your first day of teaching or your 30th year of teaching. This is a complete curriculum, standards aligned spiral design. I love the spiral design of this curriculum because what you're going to start in kindergarten is going to carry through all the way over to 5th grade, which makes it so wonderful if you're seeing those students, or even if these students are coming in and out of your curriculum. You're always going to reinforce and revisit so many of your concepts. This is a curriculum that supports active music making. As Eric and I will attest, we are elementary music educators for decades now. So that means we dance, we sing, we play every instrument in the book that we never thought we would play when we were taking this in college. And we enjoy it and we love it. And that's the heart of what we do in our classroom. And we let MusicFirst Elementary in to help enhance it. And it's a really wonderful curriculum to do that. That spiral design that I was talking about, this is so wonderful because I think with the Kodály of the prepare, present, practice genre there, you can see that blends beautifully into the curriculum design of this spiral curriculum, and that you're going to prepare and present and practice, and you can see all of the concepts that's going to flow beautifully from kindergarten through 5th grade. And as I've said before, MusicFirst Elementary is a song-based curriculum. So the song is at the heart of the curriculum. And what happens is you can compose and you can perform and you can play instruments with it. There's so much going on in this curriculum that you can see right there what's going on. You can improvise, play instruments, listen, respond, sing, perform. It's at the heart of every lesson. And we're going to show you that today, along with incorporating Kodály and integrating Orff-Schulwerk. And then we're going to end with a Q&A. So as you can see how we're breaking this down, I'm starting it. Eric's going to take it over halfway point, and then we're going to end together to answer any questions you may have. So we're breaking this down that we're going to do Kodály with MusicFirst Elementary and then MusicFirst Elementary with Kodály. So you can see that. And Eric's going to do that with Orff-Schulwerk. So I'm starting it. Yay. MusicFirst Elementary, powered by Taranga, plus the Kodály method equals beautiful music making. This is who I am. I work at, for 29 years, this is my 30th year teaching, but 29 at this school, Fire Hills Country Day School over in New Jersey. I teach preschool through fourth grade general music twice a week for 45 minutes each class. Grades 5 and 6 instrument classes once a week. Grades 4 through 8 modern band at 7:30 in the morning on Fridays. And I also teach private lessons, and I run the performing arts department at my school. My philosophy is one that because now I'm 30 years in, when I started, I just sat there with the book, and every lesson came from the book, because when I went to college, I was going to be a band director. I am one, but I didn't think much about general music, and I took one elementary methods course. So when I finally started teaching and really started deep diving, that's when I did a level of Orff-Schulwerk and a level of Kodály and a level of Dr. Fire Robbins' First Steps. And then I also decided to go into technology and get all these ambassador certifications for various methods as well. And what I come out to be doing is that I pick and choose. And what I love about MusicFirst Elementary, it's so flexible and it has so much to offer that I don't have to try and bring in other websites and other creative resources. I can use Kodály and use MusicFirst Elementary and have pretty much everything I need. And I don't have to worry about IT not approving a website, a free website that doesn't work because of our firewalls. Like, there's so many resources, from play along videos to interactive Kodály resources, that I can just use MusicFirst Elementary and Kodály and really give my students a wonderful overall curriculum and experience. So I'm going to show you an example right now. So I've been using Pass the Pumpkin. It is October, and I made this manipulative using Flat, the educational version, because you can just say, hey, put this in with SOFA signals. So I love that. So of course it's, I'm going to give myself a D, D, D. There we go. Pass the pumpkin round and round. Come on, sing it with me. You know it. Listen to that minor sound. Ooh, ooh, will it land on you? Boo, right? All right. So, we do this. Before I'm going to even go into this and present it, I'm going to actually go right into MusicFirst Elementary and grab a study beat activity. So you can see me loading it, calling Understanding Music. This is in grade 2, unit 2, level 1. And every lesson begins with this, because this is great. Whether you're going to a classroom or the kids are coming to you, most likely they're probably coming from recess and PE. Give me a whoop whoop if they're doing that, because that's what I had today. At the end of the day, at 2:00 in the afternoon, here they come. And I need to get them focused. And I love this. Now look at the settings here. First of all, I'm going to set this Understanding Music to be using Kodály stick notation and solfege. And then we are going to do some steady beat singing, and then we'll go on into improvisation. So I'm going to prepare these students here, because I also know that this Understanding Music actually has the same rhythms that I'm going to be using in Pass the Pumpkin. So I'm not going to be able to speak while this video is playing, but do join me in this right now. I can't see you. So join me. Here we go. We're going to do a little bit. Notice this right in the beginning. It has what I need. I've already set this all together so that I want this the way I want this, which is these settings let me do. I love that. Here we go. Yeah. So at the ending there, what you saw was the solfa. I put that up on the settings, and we sang after it, and it was fast. So you saw me slow the tempo down for them. They could use instruments, but I just love using the solfa and singing back. So why do my students love this to start their lesson? Well, it gets them moving, improvising. We were clapping the question and answers, and the second part of the clapping was not to echo. It was for them to make it up, which they love. Feeling the beat, reading. I love this. And it grows with them per grade level. Those understanding musics are at the beginning of every lesson from K through 5. And it grows. It grows bigger. It grows like there's 5/4 meters going on in the 5th grade. It goes with 16th notes. So like it grows with them. So it doesn't seem babyish when they get older. Classroom management on this, I just make sure they space out. I always get the good luck with that last bullet point. Here you go. Good luck. And they like run away. I'm like, come back. So yeah, bubble spaces. And if you're stuck in a classroom with desks, just do this right at the desk. So that's solfa you saw earlier in that understanding music. Sometimes I'll use that. Sometimes I will just use it. So to get them into the minor sound, they will do call and response with me like this. Let me get back to that pitch. La, la, do. And the students would go, la, do. And then I would go, la, do, la, do. And they would go, la, do, la, do. Getting them ready for Pass the Pumpkin, right? So now we're presenting it. Do a call and response. And we go through the solfa in that and then add the lyrics. As we continue, we're going to play the game. So the Pass the Pumpkin game, this is my graphic I made for this one. When my students get out, because I do have some students, that's a very sensitive issue. This game, they love to get out because what I've done is surrounded the circle with instruments. And as they get out, they go to an instrument. And then the next person who gets out, they move over. So like this. And then the student goes over there. This I do all the time with my Pass the Pumpkin. And then they just move down and down and they get to try all these instruments. So here is an example. This 3rd grade, when they were in 1st grade, we decoded Pass the Pumpkin. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But here they are. I brought it back just for this day. We didn't have a pumpkin, so that's Nemo. The next day, a child brought me a gourd. She was like, you need a pumpkin for this game. But we used Nemo. And here is my 3rd graders demonstrating this. Here we go.
Pass the pumpkin round and round. Listen to that minor sound. Ooh, ooh, will it stop on you?
And as you can see here, now the 3rd grade is done. So I do like to make sure that the kids get like through all the instruments. So I do like kind of move them around. And then for Seesaw, we use Seesaw as one of our learning management systems in our younger grades. So I recorded this to put up on the Seesaw for their parents to see. And here they are all together. This is 3rd grade, and they are phenomenal at this song. This is Pass the Pumpkin. Just started. Join in. They can never get enough of that caterpillar, right? The thunder drums are the boo at the end. And I apologize, that wasn't a fire drill. We have this really fun bell system this year. And it makes its appearance in many, many times during the day like that. But that's Pass the Pumpkin. That's them practicing that steady beat, practicing different rhythms in there. So the Kodály with the MusicFirst Elementary, using the creative tools, we can actually use these rhythm grids to decode. So this is something I did with them back in first grade and something I'm doing with my first graders right now. These decoding pattern, this is one of the 7 creative tools in MusicFirst Elementary, and it's fantastic. This is probably one of my favorite tools, and I have a lot of them in MusicFirst Elementary. But this allows them to change it. Notice I could do stick notation. I could do regular notation. I could do here just blobs and icons in different ways. It's really what's age appropriate for your students. It's so flexible in that way. And what they do is they can check themselves. This could be a station where they go and they do it, and then they click the here button and they check themselves. Also, you can add some beats. Let me show you some styles. So if you noticed, I was using the shuffle and the randomizer. Let me just show you this in Music Elementary. So I'm going to jump over into Music Elementary and jump over into the creative tools. The creative tools going into the rhythm grids here. We could do it. I ended up going to advanced patterns. That was simple patterns, but I wanted more measures and I wanted half notes. So you're going to find those in the advanced patterns. What I actually ended up doing was doing this in double time, though we did this with quarter notes and half notes. To get the whole song in, I would have to go double time. So that's what I ended up doing at the end. So you would go Pass the Pumpkin, and they just would come up. Now I have an interactive board. Pass the pumpkin round and round. Listen to that minor sound. Ooh, ooh. Right. So go back over there. So we are double timing this. Ooh, will it stop on you? You could leave that for the boo if you wanted to, or put this in here. So they could decode by clicking the here, especially if you do this at a center, they can hear if they got it right. I like the claps. Let's go back in here and put the claps up. I like that better. Yep, that's wrong. Will it stop on you? There we go. Let's fix that. And then go into the settings, and that's where you can add a different type of rhythm. So they can go grab their instruments and play along. And really get them sight reading, randomize, and then shuffle. And this is so fantastic. And yeah, you can save this. So I can totally save this as Pass the Pumpkin, so I can use it for the next class. Isn't that fantastic? I love that. Rhythm grids is such a great tool for this. So going back here, if I really wanted to stay to the traditional way that I wrote it, that you saw, I can actually on my screen, on my interactive board, this is what I would have done. So that would have stayed in its tradition. Let me show you some of my students. Same kid you just saw in 3rd grade. This is him in 1st grade. Watch him decoding. Round the, pass the pumpkin, round the. What do you think?
There's only 7?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. Pass the pumpkin round the. He got it right. Is pointing out I don't have enough measures. She's so smart. Watch Here this. We sing. Pass the pumpkin round and round. Listen to the minor sound. So cool. So cool, right? So why do my students love this activity, along with all the Pass the Pumpkin, along with the way we did it? Because they love to decode. They love those backing tracks. They love the advanced options. And when students actually find the 16th notes, this is what happens. You wrote it. They got off. They were like, this is so hard. They found 16th and they just started creating their own song. I was like, try it. Try clapping it. The classroom management on this one, I do it as a station. I do this as a group activity. Rhythm grids comes with printable ones so that you can print them out if that's going to help you. And I love doing this with ukuleles. This is a great way to get them started on the open strum and just work on strumming on the open strings. But let's flip-flop this. Let's talk about using MusicFirst Elementary and your Kodály influence, and how would you bring that in? Well, I'm going to show you. I love this. I'm going to actually jump back in here. And looking at this, I'm going to go into kindergarten. So I'm going to go into the curriculum this time because this is MusicFirst with bringing in a Kodály-inspired activity. Don't ignore that little button because there's so much right here that's hiding and you don't want it to hide. So bring it out and you will find some Kodály-based folk songs. Let's view this in the page. Megan put these in here. Megan is someone who is very, she's a Kodály expert in my book. And she put in a bunch of songs here that I would find in my Kodály level 1 course, right? If you've taken that, you've seen these many times. So I grabbed the BB song because what I wanted to do is I actually going to do the lesson, this one, Who Took the Cookie? But I wanted to start off with a little bit, because what I was going to do is I was going to do Bumblebee, get them moving and singing and doing So and Me and quarter notes and eighth notes. Then I was going to go into the cookie jar and do the listen and respond activity, and then come back and have them decode what they're going to put in the cookie jar. So we're starting with Bumblebee, Bumblebee. So here we go. I'm going to jump back over here, starting with Bumblebee, Bumblebee. It's right there as I showed you. And let's jump in here. Good. So let me show you how I started this. I had my little bee. I brought my little bee puppet out. They are little flowers. I found this on Instagram. I totally took this from another teacher. I thought this was amazing. Watch this. It's a snapping flower, really?
Yes, you need to go
So
fast.
here comes the bee. The bee likes your flower.
You need to go fast.
Oh, go fast?
Don't too fast.
Oh, you got the snapping flower. Let him go. Oh, no. Up. Gotta let him go. What is your type of flower? So that's our bee. Now here's the game we did. So we did a little of the BB, and if the bee landed on them, they got to go get rhythm sticks, and they sat out and they played the steady beat. Now you'll hear one of my students actually playing the rhythm of the word. Steady beat. 1, 2, tap, tap. Bee, bee, bumblebee, stung a bear upon its knee, stung a pig upon its snout. I declare that you are out. All right. So they would get the sticks and then they get to keep the steady beat until one person is left. So now I'm going to go into Who Took the Cookie from the cookie jar. So I'm going to jump back into MusicFirst Elementary. But what I wanted to do was add some activities that are in MusicFirst Elementary. Again, another creative tool. I wanted to add quick beats. So I made that in its own creative lesson. I just added the lesson into my lessons. And then I added quick beats into this lesson so I wouldn't have to jump around screen. So let's full screen this so you can see it better. So we already did the understanding music. You saw that. And then I would do a little solfa practice, like so, so, me. And they would go, so, so, me. And they would go, me, so, me, so. But sometimes I like to spice it up. So I go into quick beats. Quick beats is great because this is just making a drum beat, right? It's a quick beat. But it means I don't have to go into another free website that my IT probably might have to approve, and then the firewalls might not work that day. It's all right here in MusicFirst Elementary. So I'm going to go put a kick on 1 and 3. Let's double that with a bass. Let's put a snare on 2 and 4. Let's put a closed hi-hat, your basic rock beat, right? And then what I would do is, I think I'm going to do this as a Latin, and then see what it did. Ooh, so now I have some maracas. So good. Let's add some maracas with that. And then what I would do, and the kids could help me do this, choose the tempo. Maybe we'll go a little bit slower. Let's go back down to about 96 and like this. Me, so. And then they would repeat, right? So, me, ready, go. So, me, here I go. Me, so. Me, so. And just give it just a little bit, just a different thing. Instead of me just always singing, bring a little backbeat. Help them bring the backbeat in with you. And it's really nice. Then after they're warmed up, we've done BB, we've done a little sofa practice. Now we're going to go into who took the cookie. Now you probably know this as a chant, but this is really nice because, again, I'm going to just diminish the screen. If you go into the melody and lyrics, if you don't want to use so much tech, just grab this because Rick Coates arranged this. Here's your whole lead sheet, and you could just play this on your guitar. This is so nice on the guitar. Look how friendly that is. Or on the piano, or you could put the lyrics out and do it this way. But I like the video, and here's why. The listen and respond video has a lot of higher order thinking questions. So think about, you're trying to get the students to listen a little bit more and focused on their listening. So this has some great questions. My students love these questions, even as young as preschool, kindergarten. And if you're ever being evaluated and they're looking for higher order thinking, you have it right here in the listen and respond. I'm just going to play a little bit of it and just show you some of the questions.
Cookie from the cookie jar. Panda took the cookie from the cookie jar. Who, me?
Yes, you.
Not me.
Then who?
Rabbit.
Yes, Rabbit.
Yeah. Who took the cookie from the...
And it ends, look at this, listen to this ending.
Cookies for everyone. Cookies for everyone. Cookies for...
I love it. So by the way, spoiler alert, the kangaroo took the cookie from the cookie jar. And here, sometimes when I'm teaching a song, I add manipulatives like this. And then again, I put out this because the next activity they're going to do is they're going to get this worksheet. And then they are going to draw one of these and copy the word, and then they have to decode it. So when I did that, let me show you the ending of that. He did that. Here it is. So you can see he took cookie and nuts. He decoded TT and ta. He will say the TT a little bit slower, more like ta-ta, but it's kindergarten. We're working on this. Listen to him do this.
Do it.
Can you clap this?
Get upstairs. Yeah.
What did you make? Go ahead and clap it.
Take all the balls.
Yeah?
This one?
Yeah, that one.
No.
Good. Can you clap the other one?
Cookie.
Excellent. So good. And that was just started yesterday. My students completed this, and now I have a great bulletin board ready to go. And they all have it. It's really, really cool. Those Kodály, let me jump back quickly, and then I'm going to bring Eric on. Those Kodály materials are there. They're there here, right? Again, unpack it, and you can see the whole curriculum map. And I found this lesson right in there. And this was written by Megan, and she did such a beautiful job of putting in the songs with the MusicFirst Elementary. But even if you go over to the supplementary tab, there's a Kodály supplementary songs. And these are fantastic. I could go into So Me, and I could do Here I Come. And I can bring this up. And if I don't have a voice, it will sing it for me.
Now, here we go. Here I come.
But I want to do it on sofa.
Ready now, here so me, so me.
Wait, hide the lyrics and have them decode on the interactive board. Hide the hands and see if they can do it without looking at it. And the more fun tab will give you some movement ideas. And that's, I mean, there's a lot here. When you go into that supplementary tab, there is a lot in the Kodály here. Look at all that. That comes from Music Tracks Sing 1 and 2. So wonderful. And I'm going to share this tab instead. There we go. I hope I gave you a lot to think about and some questions that we'll get into the end, but that's what I just showed you. If you are using MusicFirst Elementary and you haven't found that, jump over to that, especially if you're a Kodály influenced teacher. They really beautifully come together. And I hope I showed you some ideas. And now I'm so excited to bring Eric on. And Eric, again, I'm just going to show you why they love it, all that classroom management, but now I'm going to bring on Eric. Eric is going to talk to you about how MusicFirst Elementary and Orff-Schulwerk can make great music together. So Eric, take it away.
Thanks, Amy. It was so fun listening to all your great ideas, and I'm thinking how just different extensions like your kangaroo and things, and making those little word change would be super fun, then to transfer over to other unpitched percussion or different barred instruments. So yeah, and so my portion here is about Orff-Schulwerk and how you can be an Orff-Schulwerk teacher and use it in your classroom with MusicFirst Elementary. My teaching schedule is I see about 5 classes a day. I see them once a week for 45 minutes. And so in that time, we're trying to pack lots of stuff into that once a week. And I find that MusicFirst Elementary is a great complement to all the Orff-Schulwerk teaching that's going on in my classroom. So Orff-Schulwerk, basic tenets of Orff-Schulwerk, we're thinking that we're singing, we might be saying and or using speech, we're dancing and moving, we're playing both we're using creative play, we're also playing instruments, and the students are also creating different things. It's always, kind of the short elevator speech about what Orff-Schulwerk is. And so what I want to do is show you an example of 4 different pieces that are in the MusicFirst Elementary that we are going to be launching with some different Orff arrangements that you can do with your students. So I'm going to start here with Sparkle, bring it up here on screen. And so we've got this nice little tune. Sprinkle magic dust on me. Sprinkle, sprinkle, 1, 2, 3. Turn around and touch the ground. Sparkles all around. So I'm thinking these are my young music makers, my kindergarten and first graders, and I don't know about your students, let me know in the chat, but their favorite thing to do on barred instruments is to do a glissando. Even my oldest students, they love the first thing, especially if the bars are all in on the instruments, they love a glissando. So to set this up with my students, I'll ask them, how many times in the song do we hear the word sprinkle? So we'll sing the song again. We'll identify that. What about sparkle? How many times do we sing sparkle? And they identify that. And then we before putting it on the instrument, we're going to put it on the body. So I'm going to use my arm as the glockenspiel. And so we would just scrape down, sprinkle magic dust on me, sprinkle, sprinkle, 1, 2, 3, turn around and touch the ground, sparkles all around. And then when I do this with my students, we're seated in a circle, and I have my classes are I have about 20-ish in a class right now. And so in that circle, I'm probably spacing out about 6 glockenspiels with all the bars in, just like our glockenspiel here. And they get 1 mallet to do this, and I like to position this doing the first glissandos instead of doing it crossways here. I like it kind of up and down with the long low C closest to their body, so they're doing it just like they did on their arm. Sprinkle magic dust on me. Sprinkle, sprinkle, 1, 2, 3. Turn around and touch the ground. Sparkles all around. And then after that, the teacher part, you can see there's this fun little Bourdain-esque accompaniment going on here. During that, I would continue to play the accompaniment. The glockenspiels are then passed to the next person, and then we sing the song again and add the glockenspiels. Additionally, you can see on the 1, 2, 3 right here, I've notated some kind of unpitched percussion, something like a woodblock or whatever your favorite unpitched percussion instrument. After we've successfully played the glissandos on the instrument, then what we're going to do is then I'll also sprinkle some unpitched percussion in the circle, so that eventually I've got there's one instrument per kid, and then they're rotating the instrument. They're either playing the glissandos or they're playing on the 1, 2, 3 on unpitched percussion. So it gives lots of variety. You can do this. It doesn't have to just be glockenspiels, just depending on the setup of your instrument. I like to do this in a circle, which works out, and the glockenspiels are nice nice to pass around in a circle. Or the instruments itself could stay where they are. You could put the instruments like on a parachute as like a boundary. And then around the circle, have your different barred instruments and unpitched percussion around that circle, so the students can move about. So feel free to drop me any questions in the chat. I'm happy to answer any of the questions that you all have as well. So let's come over here to another piece of music. All right, so this is Chocolate. This has been I don't know about you all, but it's that day where I'm teaching 5 different grade levels. I generally my busiest day is five classes, and with that, it's so nice to be able to have a song that you can kind of scaffold depending on the grade level. So Chocolate appears in our kindergarten curriculum, and I got my bang for my buck out of this piece of music because I was able to use it with multiple grade levels and just doing some different things with it. So let me let you listen to what the actual recording is. This is right in MusicFirst Elementary, and I'm coming down here to learn to sing the song. And you have 2 views that you can look at it. You can use the whole song with the text, or you can have the whole song with the score if you wanted to have the score like that as well. I'm just going to put the text on the screen, give you a little flavor of this. So let's take a listen.
Choco, choco, la, la, choco, choco, te, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Choco, choco, la, la, choco, choco, te, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
And so, like I said, this appears in kindergarten. And so my kindergartners, we purely sang this song through that. They loved the beat of it. And I think what they liked about it the most, there is a delightful accelerando. Let me get to the end so you can kind of hear how fast it gets, because it's super fun.
Choco, choco, la, la, choco, choco, te, chocolate,
this is where the giggles start to
chocolate,
happen.
chocolate,
You know that
chocolate,
bubbling of
chocolate,
excitement
chocolate,
in your classroom
chocolate,
just
chocolate,
start giggling out of control. That happens every time we do this. My second graders, when we were singing this and adding some other things with it, they wanted to know what the tempo button was at the bottom of the screen, and so you can actually take this up to 150%. And it was their challenge to be able to sing how fast they could sing this song. So lots and lots of fun. You can also take it really slow. We decided it sounded very sleepy when it was slower. So here is what I like to do with the song besides sing the song, because the song in itself is great. It's a great recording. It's got a fun beat to it, but a nice little simple hand game here. So I think Amy said, I can't see you. So I'm pretending I can see you guys. Let's play a little hand game here to get on Choco Choco. You're going to do a clap. Choco Choco. Then right hands are going to pat across the body. Choco Choco La La. And on Te, it's going to be a left hand clap. So when we put this all together, Choco Choco La La, Choco Choco Te Te, Choco La, Choco Te, Choco La Te. So super fun. With my second graders, really enjoyed doing this. They like doing it with the recording, and we like doing it just by itself. And so I introduced it first as speech, and then we added in the singing to go along with it as well. Now, what is really fun is to do this as a mixer, where students during the chocolate, they're doing the hand game, and then taking another poem. So we've got Bate Bate. And so during Bate Bate, they're going to change and find a new partner, because the Bate Bates, they're stirring, they're making mole in the song. So Bate Bate chocolate con arroz con tomate. Uno, dos, tres, yo. Uno, dos, tres, co. Uno, dos, tres, te. Bate 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 Bate. Choco Choco La La. Choco Choco Te Te. Choco La Choco Te Chocolate. And depending on the class, some felt that they wanted to do the chocolate twice to kind of match the phrase length of the Bate Bate. So I gave them the choice how they wanted to, how many times we wanted to do it. After we've done all of that, I wanted students creating. So with the chocolate, how can you come up with 3 new types of body percussion that will still follow our hand clapping that we did before? So lots of students end up using their feet, and on Choco Choco, trying to tap one foot together and another foot, and then maybe a head nod or something. So it becomes really interactive. But it came from just that little song in the kindergarten curriculum. And so, like I said, I was able to spiral this all the way up into upper grades. And that way I knew, I am working with chocolate in a bunch of my lessons today. And that also, it takes out, some of the time in the lesson, especially with my older kids, not having to stop and teach the song from scratch. They already know it. As Amy talked about, her younger kids had decoded Pass the Pumpkin before her third graders were playing that delightful arrangement with that. So my fourth graders, actually, we were on barred instruments. We did a kind of a standard orchestration with that. And so let me play that for you here. So you can see the unpitched percussion is kind of in the orchestration is highlighting the hand game that we played, and then we've got some bass line action going on here, and then some color in the soprano xylophones. And so the orchestrations were written to be flexible in your classroom as well. So for some of my classes, we didn't do the whole orchestration. They played the bass line. They played the bass line, then we added maybe some unpitched percussion because that seemed to be more familiar. And then some of my classes, we got to adding that fun little soprano xylophone color on the common tone of the chords there. Yeah, so that is Chocolate. I had a parent tell me the other night we had a fall festival and wanted to know the words to the entire song because their student just kept singing the Choco Choco La La over and over again. And I said, well, they're the only words to the song. And we explained the whole thing of we went and it's always fun for me to hear as the teacher that the students are taking that music with them home. And the music making is continuing without us there. So it's always super fun. All right, another familiar favorite is Alice the Camel. There is a delightful version here in MusicFirst Elementary. So I'll bring you here to that page and I'll let you listen to just a little bit of this.
Alice the camel has 5 humps. Alice the camel has 5 humps.
Anyway, students really, really love this. There is a portion, here we go, where these meerkats pop up. My students decided that this was going to be like whack-a-mole. Every time that the meerkats jumped up, we grabbed some unpitched percussion, and we every time they saw a meerkat, they decided they were going to play. So adding that there, so super fun. So with our Orff-inspired lesson with Alice the Camel, changing it slightly to be able to add some either unpitched percussion or barred instruments. With your barred instruments, I would set them up into C pentatonic. So taking off the F's and the B's, the burgers and the fries off of your instruments. So we're maximizing student success with that. So if we're saying, we're going to add some numbers into the song, so some opportunities to play the barred instrument. So we'll start with some clapping first. Alice the camel has 5 humps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alice the camel has 5 humps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alice the camel has 5 humps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go, Alice, go. We take that and then we put it onto our barred instruments. Alice the camel has 5 humps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alice the camel has 5 humps. 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. Playing that on the instruments or with unpitched percussion. So you can hear also we have our, there we go, our orchestration with a little video. So simple bass line just played by the teacher. And those nice little pentatonic clusters there. All right, so the last one I want to show you here is a lesson from 3rd grade. This is Big Bear Funk. And we're going to listen to this and we're going to add some claps. And then we're going to add some pats. So I'm going to pat here on my table here. So I'm going to switch over to Big Bear Funk. So let me scoot down just a little bit here. There we go. All right, so we're going to add some clapping in first.
Make it funky, make it funky, funky Big Bear, funky Big Bear, funky chicken, funky llama in pajamas.
So with the instruments for this one, it's designed, go back up to the top here, is designed to be a play along with the recording. So on the claps, we're finding octave Ds on barred instruments. On the pats, on the funky music part, we're playing D, D, F, D, 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 F, D. And so this is the simple visual that I show my students. I actually really just, on my whiteboard, I write this with marker on there, and after we've already learned the body percussion in one class, next class we've come back, now we're going to take that body percussion and put it on to the barred instruments. So let's take a listen to how this one sounds with the instruments.
Make it funky. Make it funky. Funky big bear. Funky big bear. Funky chicken. Funky chicken. Funky lava. In pajamas.
EFG.
Funky music. Funky music. Love makes some chickens to the funky music. Funky music. Funky music. Big bears are dancing to the funky.
That gives you an idea of some of the other ways that you can use this. So this one works really well as a play along. When I pull out the barred instruments in my classroom, they're usually in a semicircle, and during these introduction parts, I have them rotate to the next instrument. That way, they get to play lots of different instruments in the class. You never have that poor kiddo that says, "I never got to play the big one," either the bass bars or the bass instruments. This way, in my classroom, I like to have lots of rotation going on, so lots of students get to play lots of different kinds of instruments. All right, my friends, and that is all that I have to share with you all. So I think we'll probably bring Amy back up here as well. And I think we'll have some time for some questions. We'd love you to drop some questions into the chat box here.
I'm going to take one. Oh, first of all, Eric, that was awesome. Eric, they're loving your orchestrations, and they are coming into MusicFirst Elementary. So those orchestrations that Eric is showing you, he's giving you an awesome sneak preview, and they are going to be here very soon. But if you don't know where it is, can we come back to me sharing the screen if that is okay? I'm going to come back over here and let me know if I've got the share, because I'm going to show you where this is. Great, thank you. So when we're over here, you can find a lot of Orff-inspired activities right here. Again, that drop-down menu, don't let it surprise you. Unpack it. And when you do, you can find a lot of Orff-inspired activities. These were written by Orff expert Lisa Semsey, right? I'm saying that right. I hope I am. I'm sorry, Lisa, if I'm not. And in this one, oh, I lost my share. There we go. Great. In this one, you can see how she kind of took some of the MusicFirst Elementary song-based lessons and then had Orff-inspired activities to go along with it. So they are there, but we are looking forward to grabbing and having and using Eric's orchestrations. Eric, how many did you write for MusicFirst Elementary?
Yeah, it's over 100 at this point. So they were in a different program. So we're in the process of converting them all into Sibelius right now, which if y'all have used Sibelius, it's super fun to use. And so we're in the process of getting that all done. So, and it gives you a variety of different orchestrations, from ones with folk songs to the MusicFirst specific songs that are unique to our platform. So it'll give you just a wide breadth of materials that you'll be able to use for your classroom.
Over 100. That's fantastic, Eric. And I have used his Sparkle because I've gotten a sneak peek, and I used it last year with my kindergarten class. So successful, so well written. Eric definitely knows his age group levels and what they can do, and it's really just great and fun. Kyle left a message earlier, and it was, can rhythm grids be used? Oh, I love that. Be used on student devices or something like centers? Yeah, both ways. So you can use it in centers. That's technically a lot of times how I use it, because they can double click the hear and then they can listen and self-assess. But what I also love, and I'm here in MusicFirst Elementary, so I'll show you through this process right here called UMU. I don't know if it gets big when I do that. It doesn't. Okay, so this UMU right here allows you to input students so that you can actually share this out to them. So they could do rhythm grids on their own, which is really, really cool. So if they're coming in with devices, and again, you can do this device free. You have the rhythm grid set you can print out. You could do it on one, as I showed you, one screen. You can do it in a center, or you can actually share it out to them and have them do it on their own devices. That's maybe a possible sub plan as well. Can a sub get into it? Yeah, a sub can get into it too, because you can add the sub as a student, give them a login, and they get in. What I really love about this is if you're not working with some sort of learning management system, you can actually not have to give them any sort of student info, because you can just say like John S, and then John S gets assigned login, which is usually a couple of letters and about 5 numbers, and then they get assigned a password. So they go to MusicFirst Elementary, click on student login, and they can get in. So it's really nice. That makes my IT people give me a double thumbs up on that. There was another one. Eric, I'd love to hear your one on this one. Thanks, Kurt. That's really nice. Thank you. Eric, I'd love to hear your question or your answer on this one. I put in already my answer. Would you show sheet music in class while students sing play?
Yes. Absolutely. I think sometimes as Orff-Schulwerk teachers, sometimes Orff-Schulwerk gets the rap of that we don't do anything with notation. I say that I use notation a lot in my classroom. So if we're playing different parts, I have them displayed on the board with notation. I like to color code my notation for my learners. Amy had mentioned Flat is a great free program that you can use that will color code and put either note names or solfege in there for you. But it works really well. And so with the song lyrics, with the Chocolate, my youngest kiddos, we used I put the text up there. I know they're emerging readers. I very well could have just done the whole thing by rote, but some of them they started to point out, and they were decoding law, just LA on the screen. I think that must have been a blend or something that they were working on in the classroom, and they were very excited to keep seeing the law from Chocolate in there. And then with my other learners, even if we're not at the point where we're actually reading them, I want the notation in front of them. I want them to experience and maybe see 16th notes before we actually go to conceptualizing them in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. So yes.
That is awesome. I do want to make it, this is my apologies. Flat that I showed you, that's the EDU version that does the solfa and does the notes, and you do have to pay for that. So sorry. There is a free version, Amy. Yes, you can use, but I just wanted to clarify that one. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, Mary can share out some arrangements. If there are any other questions, drop them now. We're always happy to answer. And Bryson is putting in the chat, if you are not a current MusicFirst Elementary user, you can get a free trial for 30 days and definitely be able to start using it immediately in your classroom. And the ideas that we've given you today, Big Bear Funk, like I'm going to put that into my lesson plan in 2 weeks because I was like, oh my goodness, that's such a great song. And I forget it's there. Like grab some of those songs or try a rhythm grid or try a quick beat. And again, that one-stop shop of being all right there is so wonderful and convenient. I love now we have up on there our QR code. So you can get a PD certificate from the forms there. And then you, right, I think the QR code also gives you the PD certificate, if I'm right. Oh, no, that gives you the trial. Thank you. I'm always confusing my QR code. So, and then you can write Eric and I, we have our emails up on there. And then we're back next month. So check our social feeds. And we, of course, will, if you signed up for our newsletter, we're going to be sending you an email that, first of all, you can get this recording once we put it up on our YouTube channel later tomorrow. I do blur out my children in that, so that will be blurred out. But next month, we have another webinar on MusicFirst Elementary. So we really hope that you will come back and join us and just learn more about MusicFirst Elementary and drop us a line if you have any questions. Eric and I are using it in our classrooms, and we're here to help. All right, so the link. Can we post that link in the chat? Sorry about that. I should have QR code the PD certificate. But Bryson, I think she wants the link to the PD certificate that I should have made into a QR code. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Bryson. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We hope that your school year is going great. And we just wish you the best for the rest of the school year, and know that we are right there with you. And we just hope that your school year goes wonderful. So thanks so much and have a fantastic evening.
Thanks, folks.